At the outer edge of the Sun's planetary family lies a world that most spacecraft have never visited. It is large, mysterious, tilted almost completely on its side, and wrapped in a pale blue atmosphere of methane and hydrogen. Despite being one of the 8 major planets, it remains one of the least explored places in our entire solar system. This is Uranus, a distant ice giant whose remoteness, orbital mechanics, and harsh environment make reaching it far more difficult than many people imagine. Uranus orbits the Sun at an average distance of nearly 2.9 billion kilometers, about 20 times farther from the Sun than Earth. At that distance, sunlight is weak and temperatures plunge to around minus 224 degrees Celsius, making Uranus the coldest planetary atmosphere ever measured. Yet the difficulty of reaching Uranus is not simply about distance. Space travel within the solar system is governed by the precise mathematics of gravity and motion. Every mission must navigate a delicate dance between speed, fuel, planetary alignments, and time. To leave Earth's gravitational influence, a spacecraft must first escape the pull of Earth itself. Rockets accomplish this by accelerating payloads to speeds greater than 11.2 kilometers per second, the escape velocity required to break free of Earth's gravity. But escaping Earth is only the first step. A spacecraft must then reshape its orbit around the Sun so that it intersects the orbit of Uranus, a target moving through space along its own path at roughly 6.8 kilometers per second. This is where the true complexity begins. Spacecraft do not travel through the solar system in straight lines. Instead, they follow curved paths known as transfer orbits, elliptical trajectories shaped by the gravitational field of the Sun. The most energy-efficient route from Earth to Uranus typically involves a maneuver known as a Hohmann transfer orbit, where the spacecraft gradually expands its solar orbit until it intersects Uranus's path. But such a journey is slow. Even under optimal conditions, the travel time can approach a decade. Speeding up the journey requires enormous amounts of fuel, and fuel adds mass. The heavier the spacecraft becomes, the more powerful the launch vehicle must be. This cascading challenge forces mission planners to rely on one of the most elegant tricks in celestial mechanics, the gravitational assist. A gravitational assist, sometimes called a gravity slingshot, uses the motion of a planet to accelerate a spacecraft without burning additional fuel. By carefully flying past a planet, the spacecraft can steal a tiny portion of that planet's orbital energy and redirect itself onto a faster trajectory. This technique has enabled some of humanity's most ambitious deep space missions. One of the most famous examples is Voyager 2, the only spacecraft ever to visit Uranus. Launched in 1977, Voyager 2 took advantage of a rare planetary alignment that occurs roughly once every 175 years. This alignment allowed the spacecraft to sequentially use gravitational assists from Jupiter and Saturn, accelerating it outward through the solar system. After traveling for nearly 9 years, Voyager 2 finally reached Uranus in 1986, becoming humanity's first, and so far only, visitor to that distant world. Such alignments are extremely rare. Without them, a mission to Uranus must rely either on slower direct trajectories or more complicated routes involving multiple planetary flybys. Each additional maneuver introduces new constraints: precise timing, extended mission durations, and increased exposure to radiation and mechanical wear. Distance also weakens communication. Radio signals travel at the speed of light, but even light takes time to cross the vast gulf between planets. When Uranus is roughly 2.9 billion kilometers from Earth, a signal can take nearly 3 hours to make the round trip. This means spacecraft cannot be controlled in real time. Engineers must send commands hours in advance and rely on autonomous onboard systems to handle unexpected events. Power is another major obstacle. Spacecraft near Earth often rely on solar panels for electricity, but sunlight at Uranus is about 400 times weaker than it is at Earth. Solar panels large enough to power a mission would become impractically massive. Instead, deep space missions typically use radioisotope power systems, which generate electricity from the heat produced by the decay of radioactive materials. These power sources are rare, expensive, and heavily regulated, further limiting the number of missions that can be launched. Then there is the issue of mission duration. A spacecraft traveling to Uranus may spend 10 to 15 years simply reaching its destination. Maintaining instruments, computers, and propulsion systems over such long periods in the harsh vacuum of space is a significant engineering challenge. Components must survive extreme temperature swings, cosmic radiation, and the slow degradation of electronic systems. Yet even after a spacecraft arrives, the challenges are far from over. Uranus possesses a gravitational field strong enough to capture an incoming spacecraft only if it slows down dramatically. Achieving orbit around Uranus requires a major propulsion burn, which means carrying additional fuel across billions of kilometers. If the spacecraft lacks sufficient fuel, it can only perform a brief flyby, gathering data for a few hours before continuing onward into deep space. The planet itself adds further complications. Uranus rotates on its side with an axial tilt of about 98 degrees. This unusual orientation likely resulted from a colossal collision early in the solar system's history. As a result, its poles spend decades in continuous sunlight or darkness during its 84-year orbit around the sun. Planning observations around such extreme seasons becomes a complex problem for mission designers. Despite these difficulties, Uranus remains one of the most scientifically compelling destinations in the solar system. Unlike the gas giants Jupiter and Saturn, Uranus belongs to a class known as ice giants, planets composed largely of water, ammonia, and methane ices mixed with rock and hydrogen. Understanding how these planets formed could reveal critical clues about the early evolution of our solar system and the countless planetary systems discovered around other stars. Uranus also hosts a complex system of rings and at least 27 known moons, including worlds such as Titania, Oberon, and Miranda. Some of these moons show signs of past geological activity, fractured terrains, giant cliffs, and mysterious resurfacing processes that scientists still struggle to explain. Perhaps most puzzling of all is Uranus's magnetic field. Unlike Earth's magnetic field, which is roughly aligned with its rotational axis, Uranus's magnetic field is wildly tilted and offset from the planet's center. This creates a constantly shifting magnetosphere that twists and spirals as the planet rotates. Understanding how such an unusual magnetic field forms could reshape our theories of planetary interiors. All of these mysteries remain largely unsolved because we have only glimpsed Uranus once during the brief flyby of Voyager 2 nearly 4 decades ago. For a planet nearly 4 times the diameter of Earth, our knowledge remains surprisingly incomplete. Space agencies are now studying possible future missions that could place an orbiter around Uranus, allowing scientists to observe the planet and its moons over many years. Such a mission would require careful launch timing, powerful propulsion, and long-term reliability, but the scientific rewards could be enormous. Reaching Uranus is difficult not because it lies beyond the laws of physics, but because those laws impose strict constraints on energy, motion, and time. The immense distances of the outer solar system demand patience, precision, and ingenuity from the engineers and scientists who attempt to explore it. From our vantage point on a small rocky planet close to the Sun, Uranus may appear as little more than a faint blue dot in a telescope. But hidden within that distant speck is an entire planetary system waiting to be understood. And the journey to reach it remains one of the greatest navigational challenges in the exploration of our cosmic neighborhood.